guys, I'm gonna give you some super quick, easy pointers for getting things packed up for when you're selling things on eBay, Poshmark, Vinted, all of your favorite reselling platforms. Because it's, once you start moving a lot of packages every day, it becomes a lot. You need your shipping supplies, you need your printer, and you need your tape, your packing material. I'm gonna tell you quickly where to get this stuff for cheap. Like this morning, I have 15 packages to get out. I deal mostly with clothes and shoes, but I sell everything. So sometimes you have to get creative too. The boxes are very inexpensive if you get them at the right place. First of all, I have my sister and my aunt save me all of their Amazon boxes. So number one, I save so much money that way. Every single box they get, they put in a big pile and they give them to me periodically. You can ask your relatives, if you're a big Amazon shopper, save your boxes, reuse, reuse, reuse. Okay, as long as the box doesn't look ridiculous and is sturdy and safe, then use it. Reuse boxes, get some colored eBay tape, get some brown tape. You want to cover up your Amazon box, as I'm going to do with this one. The first thing you do is take off the old stickers. Every old sticker, get rid of it. If it's from Amazon or if it's from the shipping, get rid of it, okay? You can take it off. You can cover it up with brown tape, colored tape, anything like that. Second, if you have a Poshmark store, you're getting shipping material for free from USPS because they ship only USPS, and they have a deal where if you have a store, you will get all of these shipping items for free. You can order 100 at a time. As soon as it gets to your house, order more if you ship a lot, right? They have 5 options. I only use 3 of the options. I use the poly bag for my clothes. I get the shoebox size, okay? They have 2 boxes that I order both, the shoebox size and the large shipping box from them, okay? These things are free. Get a Poshmark store. If you're just on eBay, what are you doing? Get on Poshmark. Half of my items I sell on Poshmark. Okay, look at this little box. Perfect. I can fit big work boots in here, things like that. Okay? Beautiful. Anyway, I do not put shoes in poly bags. Some people do to save money or something. I don't like that. If I get shoes online and buy them online, I don't want them showing up in a poly bag. I don't put anything in a poly bag that has sharp edges, hard edges, anything like that. Because, it could nick the bag and then rip the bag. I want everything to get to my people. They paid for it. They're excited for it. I want, my customers to get their stuff safely. I don't want them to get their shoes being all squished. None of that, okay? So first, you're reusing old boxes. Second, you're getting your Poshmark supplies, okay? Third, I order boxes. If I can find them on the marketplace, I'll do that first because boxes can be expensive. If not, we order from Walmart.com, all right? They have 3 options that I like. They have more options, but these are the ones that I like. This is the 11 by 7 by 5, okay? This is how I ship almost all women's shoes except for these, all right? This sweet little box. I can get 30 of them for under $25, okay? Maybe $22 for 30. It sucks, but you gotta do it. I don't use my stuff a lot. I get the free stuff and I have the reusable stuff from Amazon. So this is my last resort, and I always have them on hand. These are my 11.75 for little shoes. Here's how I ship men's shoes. The Walmart 12 by 8 by 10, okay? This will fit a big, huge pair of work boots. No problem, okay? Beautiful. It's a great size box. And these are a little more expensive. They are probably 30 for 35. So say I'll get 60 boxes for $50 usually. So it's probably 30. I'm paying almost $1 a piece for them, I think, which is not good. If you buy in bulk, you can buy on Uline or, you know, there's lots of websites. Don't just do what I do on that. Look online for the best deals. These are the great sizes. I would stick with these if you're doing like me, bags, shoes, clothes. If you see, all of my items are pre-packed in clear poly bags. I get them from Amazon. There's a variety of different sizes, okay? For the smaller size like this, I could do 100 for like $14, okay? The bigger ones for like this, for I'm doing big pants, coats, small coats, by the way, not big coats wouldn't fit in here, but big boots go in here. This is like 100 for like under $20 or something. So they're more, I think I can get 200 for $28 or something like that. Every single thing I photograph goes into a bag. I don't care what it is. I don't want anything uncovered. Everything gets photographed, cleaned, photographed, and then put in a clear bag. Then it goes to my attic where I store everything, okay? Then when I go to pick it, it's all wrapped up and ready to go. When someone buys it, it's ready to go. Then I just lay it out on its, you know, correct bag or whatever, or box. And then it's easier to organize this way. Then I can sit here 30 minutes and pack 15 items, you know. I always write down my sales before they go out the door. I have that could be a whole different video of how I do that. It's so important to keep record, your own record, not just eBay sending you a 1099. You keep your own record of what you sold, what they paid for it, what you got for it, what you spent on it, and what your total profit is. You're going to need all of this information. It takes 2 seconds to, I write it all down by hand. I ship 60 things a week, and I write it all down by hand, just so I have it. Essential information, okay? You need all that for taxes, and you need it for your own record keeping to see at the end of the week, did you do good? At the end of the month, how much did you spend? How much did you make? Are you doing a good job? Do you need to do a better job? Do you need to stop spending so much? Can you spend a little more and buy more stuff, you know? Anyway, okay, so we got our boxes. We got our poly bags. Those come from Amazon. You can get them in packs of 100 or 2. Those are essential. Then on Amazon, we'll get several sizes of other poly bags. These are poly mailers. Okay, here's a little size. Here's a big size. These, I get like 100 of them for less than 20 bucks. These, I get probably 50 of them for like 15. So the big ones are more expensive. I don't use them quite as much. I will always use the free when I can, but if it's a small item like this, a little free people jumper, I want it to go in the pretty bag, the little bag. It's easier for me to pack when the bags are the same size as the item. That's less taping for me. Okay, so I got the pretty one. I sell a lot of women's clothing, but guess what? I also buy plain colors of these for the men's clothing because I'm not sending a grown man some flower bag to sit on his friggin' doorstep. You know what I mean? I don't think people would like that. So I'll get just plain blue, whatever, for my guys. Then I'll even buy these enormous ones. I need them all the time. They come in handy all the time. I'm about to use one today, actually. That's my shipping stuff. You're gonna need tape. I just got these rolls for $1 a piece at a yard sale that I was already at looking at clothes. So that's good. That made it nice and easy for me. I was on my way to Walmart to get the tape, and I saw a yard sale sign. So now I got 5 for $5. Usually I'll get the tape at Walmart a pack of 4 maybe for 6 something. They change the price all the time, but you gotta have lots of tape. I'm a big taper. And you wanna have your different colors to cover up any old, boxes. It makes things easier. I got no time in the morning to do this, right? So it all has to be streamlined and easy. I can't be fumbling around with it. I have, 3 kids that are waiting to get up and get fed. So I have to do it as fast as I can and get it to the post office. First thing in the morning, that's what I do. Get it out of here. All the sales from the day prior, I ship same day or next day. Same day or next day. We don't have our people out here waiting for their items. You order something, you want it. If you buy it from Amazon, you're getting it in a day or 2. You buy it from me, you're getting it as fast as you possibly can per the USPS post office, okay? Because I'm gonna get it there the next day. Even in a snowstorm, I'll have my husband, because he's so sweet, he'll take all my packages out to the post office. Even if I'm sick, I'll call my mama and say, Ma, can you drop my packages off? If I'm not on my deathbed, okay? Your packages are getting packed and they're getting shipped out same day or next day. It's important. You want people to be happy when they get their item. You want them to be like, oh my God, this guy here so fast. Oh my God, it's so cute. Oh my God, I love this thing. And then they will be inclined to go to your page and leave you positive feedback. And the feedback is so important. I don't buy anything if they have like not good feedback, Your feedback is what eBay rates you by your feedback. It's so important. If you have good feedback, your stuff is going to get pushed out to more people, okay? And then when people see it, your item, and they look, and it's, you have great feedback the first couple things, that you're like, okay, this is a trusted person, I'm going for it. A lot of people are wary to buy used clothes, but if you come to my page and have hundreds and hundreds, 1,000 people saying how great the stuff is, then you'll be like, all right, I'm going to take a shot on these shoes. Maybe they're used, but if everybody else likes her stuff, maybe I can trust her, right? Anyhow, that's that. Then, okay, when you very first start, a regular printer is the best you can do. That's fine. You could print your label out and just tape the whole thing down. It'll, print it in this small size and then tape the whole thing. But once you make a couple bucks, invest in a thermal printer, okay? It takes way too much time to sit here cutting this stuff out and taping it down. I can't show you the label because there's stuff on it. But you get a thermal label printer. This is literally a sticker with all the info on it. You peel it off, slap it on, you're done. It's waterproof. You could get a thermal label printer on Amazon, or you can get them at Walmart for like 65 to 80 bucks. I've had mine for over a year. That thing's spitting out freaking 60 labels a week. No problem. I have not had one issue with it. Some people want you to buy these $300 expensive fancy ones. Like, you really don't have to. I got this one for probably 70 something, and I periodically buy. Now I'm out of them, but you have to buy the rolls periodically. 2 big rolls you get for $8 on Amazon. And I'm buying them, pretty often, every month or 2, maybe. I don't know. It depends how much is in there. Anyway, so I just do everything on my floor. I make sure I vacuum a lot so there's no fuzzies and things getting caught in my tape, because nobody wants that. The last thing you need is paper. I get this packing paper, 11 bucks for a giant bag of it at Walmart, but you can get like big rolls of paper from Home Depot for cheap. There's all different options. I get this from Walmart. It comes in a big pack like this. It looks just like this. It lasts me a couple weeks when I buy a few of them. So they're $11 for these big packs. They're way cheaper at Walmart than Amazon, okay? You need that to pack your shoes and stuff in. A pair of shoes. All right, I got some little Michael Kors espadrille wedges. Nice and pink and pretty. I'm taking my 11 by 7 by 5 box. Okay. Are they gonna fit? Yes. Just barely. They just barely fit in there, okay? Because they're tall, but it's perfect. There's a little, you never want your boxes to, you don't want to hear anything shaking in the box, okay? So yes, they're already in their poly bag, so if the box gets wet, the item will be safe. And then you take your paper, crunch the paper out like this, shove it in there, okay? Now it's safe. Now when I close this box, look, you can't hear it bumping and bumping around in there, okay? We tape that up. If it's really heavy, I put a ton of tape. I did 1, 2, around, okay? Slap your label on. Boom, she's done. Here's a fun one. This, you have to be creative sometimes. Here's my trekking sticks. Get them in their poly. I took them out for a video, but now we're wrapping them back up. Get it. Safe, nice and safe, okay? Here's my trekking sticks. I'm going to be creative with these boxes here and put, I don't have any boxes that are this long and skinny. So I'm gonna put them in here and then put another one on top. I'd say that's good enough. You want it to be under 5 pounds if it's Poshmark, by the way. All right, we're gonna get creative. Okay, the boxes are kind of together. Now I'm gonna cut no more. So we're gonna cut. I'm gonna fill it up with paper. Oh, I stabbed my finger off. Okay, now tuck her in. Tuck it in. Here we go. And folds. Okay, here she is. That's not all. That's not all we're gonna do, by the way. Let's get this box taped up. Now we're going this way over the part where I stuck them together. All right. Around that way. Around that way. And then I'll leave off with a giant poly bag, probably 2. I'm going to need 2. I want it to arrive safely. You don't want them boxes coming apart. We don't want them looking like that either. I want them to look nice. Open it like a present. Now we got this situation. Do a final wrap around. Tuck everything in. There she is. A beautiful present. I'm sure many people would argue that that was way too much effort put into wrapping that, and they're probably right. But I know it's gonna get there safe. I know the person's gonna be happy with it. So it's all good. Suede jacket's going out. It's a vintage suede jacket. It's washable. It's going in a box. Most people would put this in a poly bag. That's okay. I'm getting her. Now my suede and leather is always hung up on a rack in a kind of breathable dry cleaner bag. This is going to fit perfectly in this Poshmark box, okay? We don't need paper because it's cloth. It doesn't matter if it's clinking. I'm sweating. I'm hungry. Hear my children poking around over there. I got 3 more to do. All right. Home stretch, baby. That's all packed up. There you go, beautiful jacket. Here's a fun one. Little belt. I want it safe in here. Instead of putting it in a poly, I put it in a little box. I do calculated shipping, so every item is calculated, except on Poshmark is standard. Anything under 5 pounds is $6.50. On eBay, I do calculated shipping. You put in the weight and dimensions of the package before you make your listing, okay? You do this before you make your listing. I will weigh everything with my scale, kitchen scale. See? Everything, I write it all down on a list of what I'm about to list for the day or what I photoed and ready to list. Make a big list. Next to it, I put which box or bag I will use, which size, which I know by heart because there's only like 6. Unless it's different, then I'll put the measurement of how big I think a box will be. Then you weigh it, put the weight next to it. You put that into your listing. You input that in your listing. So when you go to ship, you already know, you 99% of the time, my dimensions are correct. Once in a while, I have to fix them, but okay. So peeled off all the labels, you see, all the old labels, peeled them off. Now it's just a box. I'm gonna put one piece of something in the box so it's not banging around. This looks horrendous. We're gonna take our brown tape, because it's Poshmark. I'm not using eBay tape on Poshmark. All right, take your brown tape, turn it around. Look at that, beautiful. Stuck my sticker on, bum. Look how nice, nice and clean. All right, we got a little brand new in the box shoe. I'm putting it in this poly bag. It's safe in the poly bag because it's already in a box. If you put a box in a box, you're making the shipping cost way more than it has to be, right? You're just kind of wrapping it like a present. Pack it in as tight as you can get. Then kind of just do it like you do a present. Fold it over. Pretend it's Christmas. It might be Christmas for whoever's getting the item. They might feel like it's Christmas morning because they're so excited to get their item. That's how I feel when I get a package. I'd rather use a ton of tape than sit here and have anxiety all week that my items are gonna fall out of their packages, right? So here you go, little bitty, wrapped up nice. Pop your sticker. Beautiful. And that's it. That's my video for today. That's how I pack stuff. These are, you know, at the volume that I'm shipping, probably 50 to 60 things a week. I'm really not spending all that much money. The stuff goes far. You get in packs of 100 and stuff. You know, I'm only buying shipping items like every couple of months. Like it's not something that I'm doing every week, spending a lot of money on, right? I'll do a big order, spend 100 or so bucks, and it'll last me for months, you know, except tape. I'm always going through tape like crazy. But anyway, thanks for tuning in, guys. Thanks for hanging out. I hope this helped you a little bit. If you're discouraged about starting on eBay and Poshmark because like the shipping scares you, I hope this shows you that it's really not that scary. If I was not talking my life away here, I would have got 15 things packed in 30 minutes flat, you know, for real, because I keep it, everything is organized. There's my polys, there's my tape, here's my boxes. They're actually up there. Everything has its place. Here's my tape bin. And then I sit here and I just reach around and grab what I need, and it goes quick. So get into it, man. Start listing things on eBay and Poshmark, and hopefully this video helps you out a little bit to show you where to start when you're trying to get things shipped out. Anyway, thanks for hanging out, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.